Welcome to the Plant-Based Podcast. Did you know that plants are truly amazing? Not only can you grow them and eat them, you can also wear them, drink them, nourish your skin with them, and so much more. Let Ellen and Michael inspire you to love plants as much as they do, as they chat with the movers and shakers in this wonderful plant-based world. So, let's dig in.
This episode of the Plant-Based Podcast is brought to you by our friends at Cobra. The Cobra range of garden machinery is constantly expanding and offers the UK's largest range of lawnmowers. With a comprehensive lineup of quality and innovative petrol, electric, battery and cordless products to tackle any gardening task, Cobra is the newest evolution in garden machinery. Visit cobragarden.co.uk for your chance to win a variety of great Cobra products.
Welcome to the Plant-Based Podcast News.
Your horticultural news roundup for the week.
A huge blanket of caterpillar webs covering almost 100 feet has been caught on camera. The small ermine moth caterpillars are thought to have formed this large communal web for their own protection along this hedge in South Yorkshire.
Great news for Howard Nurseries. Christine and the late David Howard are recipients of the Alan Bloom Award. The RHS Herbaceous Plant Committee gives the award in recognition of significant personal achievement related to herbaceous plants. We know ourselves how fantastic the team at Howard Nurseries are, as we visited them for the Plant-Based Podcast, and you can hear that in the podcast library.
And there's been a big shock on Instagram this week as decorum plants and flowers have been topping their tulips. This is when they take the flowers off the top of the bulbs in order to help the bulb to not waste its energy on growing the flower, but actually developing the bulb beneath the soil. But there were many shocked faces when those heads were all beheaded.
Who knew? Did you know there is a Cuprinol Shed of the Year competition? And this year there are 331 entrants, which is more than double last year. It has to be due to lockdown, don't you think? This year includes a bra fitting boutique and a Chitty Chitty Bang Bang inspired inventors workshop. I can't wait to find out who wins.
And the Royal Horticultural Society is recommending that we allow our lawns to turn brown this summer in order to save on water. And that's actually not such a bad idea because grass doesn't actually die. It's still alive below the ground. It's purely conserving itself when it turns brown. So we might have to get used to, brown picnics perhaps.
Maybe. It doesn't seem quite as nice, though, does it? And lastly, for the news roundup this week, the Bastion Community Allotment in Londonderry's Fountain Estate has been crowned winner of the My Chelsea Community Garden Competition, announced live on the BBC's The One Show. Jeanette Walk, project manager at the Cathedral Youth Club, came up with the idea to utilise an empty space where people now grow their own produce. Well done, Team Bastion. Well, I'm sorry if you are being kept awake this evening, Michael, to do this gossip, laying in bed yawning like usual.
Well, you did start off the call with, you eating some bowl of hummus or whatever you eat when you're at home alone.
Gosh, am I still vegan? Am I eating hummus? Da, 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 da.
Oh, bless. I love what you've done with your hair, by the way.
Do you?
Yeah.
Are you joking? This is what happens when I wash it and then don't do anything to it. Look, it's a big frizz.
I like it when it's got this little curl. It's very kind of like 80s rock band.
The curl is fine, but not when it's frizz. Oh, look, with my top.
You look like Bon Jovi.
I'm super 80s today.
See, look at that. Did you do that? Did you make the T-shirt yourself?
No, I didn't make the T-shirt myself. But you can. And so it's tie-dye, basically. But you can
I tried it once.
and
it was
you
awful.
can bleach it and twist it, and you can do it yourself.
But I think I tied up the bits, but I think I tied them up in the wrong spaces because it ended up like looking like 3 alien boobs that were just above my normal boobs. So
really
yeah,
weird.
it was weird. Yeah, I need to try again. And I definitely couldn't do more than one color. That seems like a completely mind-blowing to me.
I haven't done it myself. I should definitely try. Anyway, you know what I'm going to say. You know what I'm going to say, don't you?
Michael, talk about the news. That's why we're here.
Correct.
Oh, Ellen, oh God. First of all, can I be slightly indulgent? You know, as ever, we obviously, our editor always sends through the episode for us to check over.
Yeah.
And I kind of usually speed listen just to make sure everything's in the right place. But I was actually, it was when I was driving to Leeds last week and I listened to our episode and I was in stitches of laughter, laughing at us. Is that weird and twisted or what? Because it was quite funny last week, wasn't it? I don't know. It really kicked off in a lovely way. But is that weird? Is that weird to laugh at your own jokes?
No, I think it's completely acceptable to laugh at your own jokes. No one else might be laughing at us, but if we find us funny, then that's fine.
But I was in fits of laughter and I couldn't even hear myself because I was too busy laughing. I was like, this is twisted.
That's so silly. When you messaged and said you were in fits of laughter, I listened to it on my way back from Market Harbour.
Yeah.
And I was giggling as well.
Yeah. Oh my God.
We're just
Ellen.
silly. Anyway,
okay. So sorry.
Let's get serious.
Right.
If I had a whip and you were here, I'd be like, shh. Let's talk about the news. Because this is the news roundup. This is news extra. Can we have some drums? This is news extra.
Do drums? I can hit my Premier Inn headboard a few times, but might get led out.
Tell me what's inside your shed. Would it win shed competition of the year?
I've got a garage, which is like an advanced form of shed. Do you know what? It's the same as the shed I had when I was a kid. It's like every so often I'll tidy it up, but then it becomes messy over the course of then 6 weeks. It's like, why can't I be continually tidy? It's really irritating.
No, honestly,
I just spent half my week off tidying my house because everything had just got so messy.
Honestly,
and now it's tidy again, but then it's deteriorating already.
I honestly think it's something to do with plants and getting things delivered and plants and boxes and stuff.
No.
A couple of weeks ago, I cleared out my shed on the allotment. It was rammed. It was just full of...
Oh, God, yours was hideous as well.
I mean, it's just full of stuff.
Sorry to say.
So, yes, thank you. I gave it a really good tidy up. And now this is 2 or 3 weeks later and I can't get in the door again. What? Why?
I don't know.
What is it?
It's weird. Oh, my God. And I am never... This sounds really dull, actually. First thing I've said that's dull all week, I assure you. When you're filling up your bins.
Yeah.
This is dull, sorry.
This is dull, yeah.
I can never catch up with the bins. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm always I've got loads of cardboard sitting at the side waiting for the bin to be tipped. And then, of course, when it's tipped, then I'll have this cardboard in there. And then, of course, I'll be waiting for it to be tipped again. Then there'll be another pile of cardboard.
Put it in your car and take it to the tip.
Well, of course, I didn't think of that. But also that is... But that's a lot of effort, isn't it?
Oh, my gosh.
That's a lot of effort in a Honda Jazz in particular.
Honda Jazz.
But Melon, but you need a booking to go to tip, don't you now?
Do you?
I don't know.
I think you did during proper lockdown. But I don't know if
they've probably kept it. There's so many things they slipped under the net,
I don't know. But anyway, suffice to say, neither of us will win shed of the year.
Yeah, but my garage is all tidy now. And I ordered another shelving unit to kind of get things neat and tidy. But I forgot I already had a shelving unit. That's That's worse than, when you keep ordering kitchen roll on your shopping order and it's like then you've got 17 kitchen rolls. It's like, oh, God. But what annoys me as well, Ellen, is not to do with the shit, but to do with the house. Like, I really just, even if I put things in a tidy place, I then can't find those things. And it's like, and what annoys me is there's not that many places to look for them. It's not like I live in a mansion. You know what I mean? Like, how can I lose these things?
I don't
know,
know,
I find it so irritating.
All of the things you're discovering now, you have your own home with all of your stuff around you.
Honestly, you were saying that to me earlier. Like, my life used to be so easy when I was just dossing on people's sofas and stuff.
Yeah, because you said you needed someone to water your plants, and I just simply couldn't go to help you over the next few days. And I was like, this is a gardener's life, when you have plants and a garden or an allotment, you can't go away. And when you go away, it's like military precision getting people to go and water everything and sort stuff out.
I don't know what I've turned into, because I'm just like the guy who's wishing it to rain every day.
All we ever really want as gardeners is for it to be lovely weather in the day and it rain overnight.
I know. Have you ever set up any irrigation? I know it wouldn't work on the allotment, but at a house or anything? Or
no, never really needed to be honest. I think planting carefully and mulching, a nice big thick mulch is great. Like, you're worried about your garden plants. I don't know about your pots, but in your garden, you've got plant grow mulch, and that will really help to retain the moisture so much more than you realise. It's been amazing on the allotment, and this is not an advert either.
Yeah, and to be fair, I think sometimes, like in the middle of the day, plants will actually wilt. And I think sometimes I just panic about that and think, oh my God, the plant's wilting, when actually that's quite normal. They will do that in the heat of the day.
Like us.
Yeah.
Isn't it just so hot? Get me a cold drink.
Yeah, like especially if they're, what you call it? What's the word? Oh, I've totally lost my words now. Sorry. It's the light situation.
Tell everyone that you were laying in bed yawning like usual. Just,
Yeah, of course. I'm a busy girl, I'm in a Premier Inn, Ellen. Do you know?
I stayed in a Premier Inn last week or the week before in Leicester.
Oh.
Yeah. Ooh, get me.
But you know what? At least you know what you get. Do you know what I mean?
I like hotels like that.
Yeah, no, definitely. Because it's always a bit nerve-wracking. Like, what was it yesterday? I stayed in a hotel that was really good value near Stansted Airport. And because it's not like a chain or a Premier Inn, it's kind of such an unknown. And you're kind of like, oh, will it be nice? Is this? But a Premier Inn, nothing could go wrong, really. Unless you're on a ground floor. I never want a ground floor room. That's just rank.
Why? Because it's noisy?
No, it's just horrible. It never feels as secure to me.
I never really thought about that.
I don't know. Maybe I'm silly to think that.
Do you know what? I just had a flashback to a hotel a few years ago.
Yeah.
So we were going skiing and we were driving through France to Switzerland. And I was in charge of booking a hotel for the stopover on the way down.
Yeah.
And I never really had anything to do with booking our holiday, like our ski trip. So all I kept hearing was our friends always saying how they'd get really cheap hotels. So anyway, I thought, okay, so cheap means cheap. Clearly, I'm going to book this hotel. And it was a super cheap hotel. It looked fine in the photographs. And when we got there, the rooms were like plastic pods. And there was like mice poo on the floor and stuff.
Oh my God.
It was so disgusting. So I am so happy with a Premier Inn after that experience, because it's always clean. We had no option to stay there. We kept our clothes on and slept on the bed and all of our clothes. I'll never forget it. It was so funny.
Oh my God. Yeah, I've stayed in some howlers as well. Oh my God.
Like that one day, Prince of Wales Road in Norwich. Do you remember that?
Oh my God, yeah. But you can never be sure. I think, oh my God. And when it goes wrong, it's just horrible.
I do think that hotels need more plants, though.
Yeah, definitely.
They never have plants.
Oh, Ellen.
I've been keeping you awake.
They've been topping the tulips
Yeah, tell me about this. I don't understand.
Well, no, because obviously, the plant uses energy when it goes to seed.
Yeah.
So they just get to it quick and they take them off even before the petals come off, just to make sure the goodness is going back down into the bulb.
But where is this? For what purpose are they doing that?
In Holland. They're doing it.
Like the tulip gardens?
Yeah, to get the goodness back in the bulb.
Okay, but they've they've flowered and had their display, but they're chopped back much quicker than we would perhaps in our gardens because we want to see them every second.
Their heads at least, but I've got a real quandary about my bulbs. I couldn't decide what to do, and I put lots of options on Instagram for people to help me choose. I didn't know whether to leave my bulbs in place, take the heads off, wait, do this, throw them out, blah, blah, blah. So, yeah, I still haven't decided. But what would you do,
Alan? Vote on that. I voted on that for you.
What did you vote?
I voted just behave yourself and have some patience and leave them a bit longer.
Bit longer?
Just deadhead them. Just deadhead them and let the foliage die back.
Yeah. But all the way?
Yeah, put up with it.
I wonder if you do that with yours.
I have. I genuinely have done.
Yeah. But I think also my problem is I planted so densely. Like I made it into Kirchenhof. And so obviously dense planting means that there's now dense foliage that is all set to be dense dead foliage very quickly.
Of course, completely. So basically, if you have enough space, planting all around your tulips is great because it hides that foliage when it's dying back. But if it is just all tulips, then you're going to have a lot of dying foliage on display.
No, I mean, there was some original stuff in between, but then I worry, can that stuff get through the tulips as well?
What?
Well, like the perennial plants that were there, can they get through the tulips?
Of course.
Yeah? Do you think?
Yeah,
I just worry that they'll be a bit stretched and oh,
hello. I'm sure that they will be fine and they will surprise you.
Yeah? Am I overthinking it?
Yeah, you are.
Because that's not like me.
Plants have an amazing way just to get on with life, and they don't worry about what we're worrying about. They just want to grow.
But it's so annoying how everything seems so behind. I'm looking at my garden and it's I'm thinking, oh my God, it's June. And perennials should be almost in bloom by now.
I think we're, when I looked at photographs from previous years, we're about 2 to 3 weeks behind. But over this last week with the lovely sun, things are catching up much, much quicker than you can ever even believe, And I think more than just with perennial plants and stuff, when you grow your own and you're behind 2 or 3 weeks, that's really tough because it really shortens the season, and you really want to get things going. But, plants have an amazing ability to soon catch up, but also this is just what we have to deal with year on year as gardeners. Every year is different. Every single year, next year you maybe won't have such an amazing tulip display, but you'll have an amazing display of something else. Your alliums will go wild, every year is just so different. I kind of love that about gardening.
Isn't it just? But you're always banging on about lawns, but would you cope with a brown lawn?
Yeah, I'm not sure about this.
The brown grass of home.
This is difficult because, a nice green lawn, it doesn't have to be perfect, of course.
Yeah.
Even wild areas, some chamomile, daisies, dandelions, whatever. I mean, that just provides us with so much, doesn't it? You look out, you feel good, you see all the green. I'm not entirely sure that a brown lawn makes you feel very good. You can look outside and be like, oh, I don't know if I can do that, if I'm honest. I can do no-mow. I can do wild areas. I don't know if I can do let it go brown.
I think probably a better way to deal with it is to kind of start to feed it a bit more and get a better regime in order to make it deeper rooting so it actually doesn't turn brown in the summer.
Yeah, I do wonder if there's a better way of looking at it.
Yeah. I don't know. That seems like something that was controversial, built for headlines.
It's clickbait, isn't it, right? Yeah. That is pure clickbait.
I don't know.
There's not many gardeners that are going to be happy with a brown lawn, that is for sure.
Yeah. So you're right. That's cool. What? You never stopped talking. What happened there?
I don't know. Sorry. I'll stop talking now. I've got to go. It's late at night and I've got to go now. Seriously, I've got so much to do. This has been a crazy, crazy day.
How's your little hole under the stairs where you write all your novels?
Look, it's cute.
How can you sit facing the wall, honestly?
Yeah, but it's not.
It's psychopathic.
There's so much natural light, and left and right of me are just all plants. And
I couldn't face the wall.
But I don't often sit there, to be honest. I do lots of organising there.
So that's just for show then?
No, I do use it, but I can't really sit in one place for long. You probably know that. I'm like have to move from seat to seat. And
you were working outside yesterday?
Pardon?
You worked outside yesterday, I believe.
Yeah, I worked outside, which was so nice. And then I sit on the sofa, then I sit on a beanbag, and then sometimes I sit on the bed. I'm just like,
but Ellen, honestly.
Pardon?
What about posture? I hope you're sitting in good positions in all those places.
But that's exactly why I move around.
Oh, yeah. But when you're, I'm just worried, like when you're, well, I'm not really worried. I'm just like surmising. But when you beanbag, that doesn't seem like a good posture to use a laptop.
Well, actually, when I used to work in an office, have you seen those chairs that you kneel on?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I sort of do that on the beanbag, and then my laptop's on the coffee table. So I'm actually kind of down and forward, and my back is really straight, and I find it ultra comfortable.
You'd have to draw me a diagram.
Probably not going to do that.
I was going to ask you something else linked to that. What was it?
Let me tell you about my amazing alpine plants in my garden.
Yeah, sure. I thought you had to go a minute ago.
I do, but anyway.
And now you're dribbling on.
It's all containers in my back garden, and there's loads of sedums, and I've just bought the most pretty Louisia. And if everyone could see my tie-dye T-shirt, you would know that it looks exactly like this, the colours. Like yellow, white and pink. It is absolutely...
So you bought the Louisia?
Yeah.
Because you got them sedum free, didn't you? I remember where you got them.
Some of them, not all of them. Most of them have died.
While filming, weren't they?
Most of those have died, Mr. Planky.
Oh, really? Right? Oh.
And do you remember can you remember the chicks and hens? They are in a pot on my allotment. Some of those are still alive.
Oh, cute.
Most of the containers in the back garden are herbs and sedums, alpine plants, just a bit of a random mix. But today I'm very happy with my blooming Louisia. It looks amazing.
Oh, Ellen, when I see you, I'll be seeing you 2 days after this episode is live. And we're going somewhere very exciting. But I'm also going to bring a shoebox of mint.
Okay, I'm going to bring a shoebox of random herbs.
Yeah? Oh, my God, because we're going to play a really cool game. We're going to just present them to each other without looking. We'll have to just put them in a box. Yeah, maybe bring a shoebox, and then the herb can be put into the box, and then we have to put our hand through to touch the herb, and we can't see it, and then the other person reveals what they were touching.
You know, my herbs are cuttings. They won't be actually in pots, right?
Oh.
Well, I can't. All my herbs are planted.
Oh, yeah, I haven't planted mine yet, so that's easy. Oh, well, just put the thing in a box. Yeah.
But talking of mint, I got an orange mint the other day.
Don't tell me.
Hang on a minute.
Surprise.
Well, I'm not bringing it. You said you're doing mint.
Okay, I'm doing mints, yeah.
So I had a pineapple mint, which is my most favourite ever on the allotment. But I think orange mint has now taken over because it is amazing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought you would have been a fan of pineapple sage.
I love pineapple sage. I have
that's
some of
pretty sexy.
Yeah, it is pretty sexy. I like that very much too.
Defo.
Oh, Ellen. I'm going to bring you some goodies to try. I can't wait.
We're also going to build our own tomato.
Oh yeah, I've got to bring tomatoes, haven't I? Oh my gosh.
Oh my God. I'm going to need to look it up how I can tie them together in the right way.
Yeah, well, I've only
I feel a bit nervous now.
I grafted apple trees many apple trees many years ago, but that's quite, the wood, they're woody stems.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
how do you graft tomato to potato? I don't know. We'll have to work it out, won't we? We'll find out.
Well, not in the heat of the day. That's certainly not when you're going to do it.
No, we'll have to figure it out, won't we?
Oh,
that's exciting. Never done that.
Oh, well, great. Cowabunga.
Yeah, cowabunga. I'm off now.
Okay, I'm off now. I've got a plate of hummus to eat.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, are you vegan?
No.
Oh.
I'm a one-trick donkey.
One day I'm going to say that and you're going to say, yes, I know it.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe.
Although I did just have a Beyond Meat burger for my dinner.
Yeah, see, they're good.
Yeah, cool.
All right, nice chatting, dude. See you Tuesday.
Right.
See you next Tuesday.
See you there.
Boom, boom.
Cobra is the very proud partner of Series 4 of the Plant-Based Podcast, joining in the celebration of plants, gardens and outdoor living. With over 60 models of lawnmowers available in the Cobra range, there's something for every garden. As a special offer for our listeners, Cobra is offering the chance to win exclusive prizes. Head over to cobragarden.co.uk to find out more.
The music for the Plant-Based Podcast is part of the song Grow by Mikey James, and our editor is Gareth Patch of Semi Echo.